Good morning, Cotton Bred Truth. As we draw closer and closer to the end of the month, my selections point to some of the richest and most heartfelt scenes in history. While dinosaurs and magic draw attention every time, this next narrative might be the making of a true horror movie. Parents, this one's not for kids. This one is so close to current realities and yet terrifying. The scene takes place long after Joshua has conquered Jericho and before King Solomon builds the temple. Young David has made a name for himself by killing the giant Goliath, but also David made an enemy of King Saul as David quickly became successful in battle and highly popular. Soon after David marries Saul's daughter Michal, Saul's son Jonathan warns David that King Saul wants to kill David. David leaves with his men in the night. Already at that point, Saul had thrown his spear at David twice, as David played the harp for him. David and his men gathered supplies. Saul kept hunting David down. Once Saul got close enough to be on one side of the mountain, while David and his men were on the other side. Later on, David and his men were in a cave that Saul came in. Again, both times, God helped David. David was the Robin Hood, living on the run to do what is right. The story ends with the Philistines killing King Saul, leading up to David becoming king. Living a life on the run would have to be terrifying, especially knowing he was working to rally the whole country against you. Wow. 1 Samuel 23, 7-13, the Message version. Saul learned that David had gone to Keilah and thought immediately, good, God handed him to me on a platter. He's in a walled city with locked gates, trapped. Saul mustered his troops for battle, and he set out for Keilah to lay siege to David and his men. But David got wind of Saul's strategy to destroy him and said to Abiathar the priest, get the ephod. Then David said to God of Israel, I've just heard that Saul plans to come to Keilah and destroy the city because of me. Will the city fathers of Keilah turn me over to him? Will Saul come down and do what I've heard? Oh God of Israel, tell me. God replied, he's coming down. And will the head men of Keilah turn me and my men over to Saul? God said, they'll turn you over. So David and his men got out of there. There were about 600 of them. They left Keilah and kept moving, going here, there, wherever, always on the move. And when Saul was told that David had escaped from Keilah, he called off the raid. What a terrifying run! Even so, I gather strength from knowing that God was faithful every step of the way. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Cotton Bred Truth.